Everybody, welcome back. Gonna do a little maintenance on the bus today. Not much, but I know you just want to go out and run around and chase coyotes. Yeah, I'll kind of show you what I'm doing, but let me answer a couple questions. I had somebody ask me, said, how do you pick out a spot out here? Well, this is for Susan on Australia. You basically get on the, if you want to, you can go to recreation.gov, buy a permit, or you can come out here. Right at this time, since the government is closed, the kiosks are closed, but you can, from what I understand, you can go to a spot, and when you see the flag in the air, go pick up your permit. So I guess you can kind of camp for free until they open up the government. There's nobody out here enforcing it. There's no volunteers. There's no government people out here. Now, the sheriff does come by. The city people do come by. So there are that. But that's kind of how you do it. You buy that, or you come here, and then you want to find a spot. You just drive down the road or the different area that you're in. And if it looks like a spot you want to stop, that's your spot. So you can pick up anywhere out here. That's especially those that have been used before, and they don't want you going out further in the desert, staying in the washes and stuff. But for instance, if you wanted to take a vehicle out here, you could do that. That's BLM land. That's free land. You do take a chance of getting stuck in the sand, but you can camp out there. So that's kind of how you pick a spot. You just basically pay for it and just come find a spot. And that's it. And then someone else asked me, said, do you do any scripted on your videos, like, talking about things? I said, no. The only script that I do is I may make a couple notes, like headlines, like what I want to go on. But most what comes out of this mouth kind of goes to this brain first. Sometimes it bypasses it and just shoots it right out. But there's no scripting in it. There's just whatever shoots out of my mouth. It's what you guys see. But today we're going to work on this in a minute. But I do want to tell you a little story, though. I did mention I needed to go to the H&R Block and pick up a tax form. The tax form I needed was an old tax return that I needed to be sent in. Well, like I told you, the one in Blythe, went up there, it was closed, so I made an appointment for the one in Parker. Went up there, it was closed, and so I made an appointment for the one in Blythe, which is in California, 20 miles away, for Saturday. So I went over there with my appointment, got there in plenty of time. Got to the office door, closed. Nope, they were not there, and they were not going to be there checked my phone, called the number on the window, and all the numbers said, "Thank you for calling H&R Block. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Please leave your name and number, and we'll get back here to you when the office is open." Even though I had an appointment, it didn't work. So I made another appointment for a few days later, and it took me 5 times to get it confirmed on email. Please confirm your appointment. 15, 20 minutes later, please confirm your appointment. So I finally got it confirmed the next morning, went through. And then while I was sitting out here in the desert, just pondering, and once again, whatever goes to this head, sometimes this is a hat rack a lot of times, a light went off and said, "Hey, you've done your taxes online through H&R Block. Maybe you can go in, maybe I can go in there and look up my account." And guess what? There's what I needed right online. Of course, another thing is I want to click and print. My printer, which I haven't used in over a year, is out of ink. So I got more ink coming. But with the government shut down, it's not too big a priority right now because nobody's going to see anything until they get back to work anyway. But yeah, let's kind of show you here what I'm doing. I'm doing a little repair, a little mending under the hood. What I'm doing under here, this is the fiberglass hood, and it's got some, it's 20 years old. It's got a little crack there and got some things. But inside, I noticed when I was up at Honeycomb Rocks, when I was looking at the hood, under the hood, that, there you go. These little supports right here And they used to have rubber bumpers on top of them. Well, the bumpers kind of rotted away and fell off. I could buy these, but they're like $120 a piece. All I need is that rubber piece, and you can't buy those that I could find. But what it does is it mounts up into here, into the hood, and basically rubs right along. So what I'm doing is going through and up there. Let me get out of your sun here. All right, I'm back. Just got to get the ladder and get a different angle. But what that bracket does down, that's also one over there, mounts on the other side, it fits up into the little slot right there. And what happens is, as I'll show you on the other side and this side too, I put a metal bracket here just for temporary. And you can see right there, it's basically rubbing a hole inside this hood. So I'm going to glue mending plate, as you can see the rubber on it, right there. And that keeps that rubber and metal from pushing up and making a big hole in my hood. So let me get my glue and start it up here. And you can see on this other side, I just got a piece of rubber washer, rubber door strip, zip tied to that. So I need to get an actual, maybe some way to find the actual rubber piece again. But I'm going to take this metal mending plate and I'm going to just put, what is this, Gorilla Maximum Strength adhesive all over the back of it and glue it to the hood, because that will keep that bracket, even though it's metal with a cover on it, keep it from pushing through and tearing my hood open. All right, let me see what I can do on this side. This one's got a little more damage to it. Let me get around here. That one there is a little hard to see with the sun, but that's got a pretty good sized hole. So I'm just kind of put this on there and use my Gorilla Glue. And you can see, like I said, it kind of wears in there, and I just want to keep that from just tearing the hood all the thing, because this would actually go up into it won't go through the outside, but it'll go up inside. And what this does, I'm trying to do this with a ladder and standing on the wheel and a camera in my hand. So here we go. Let me get this stuff out of the way. This is what I'm just using, this Gorilla Maximum Strength Clear. It works pretty good. I've used it a couple of other places here on the bus, and everything so far is sticking pretty good. But I'll show you what it does here real quick. Close the hood. They're still in place. Yep, they're still in place. So what I do is when they go down, they push down on those metal pieces onto that frame, and then I can lock this down. That will secure that glue into the hood. And what really caused me got me noticing that is when there you go, that one's locked too. Is the hood what got me noticing that was the hood would pop open. This side bracket, this hinge, this lever lock would come off, and I just pull out of here into a little bit of a twist. And I heard this boom, and that hood would pop open. And I'm thinking, like, what in the world? So that's when I did some investigating and realized that there's too much give. And now with that plate in there, it supports it and brings that hood latch tighter. So we'll see what happens with that. I also need to get up on the roof and re-caulk my holes around the solar panels, because I've got a little bit of leakage, water leak, whenever it rains. And the only time I remember to do it is when it rains. So I'm going to try to, if I can get up to it, I'm going to figure out how to get up there again. Sometimes I have to get up and stand on the hood to get to those. Sometimes I have to come up through the hatch, crawl down, and get to that. So I'm going to see if I can at least get to the area that I'm in question. And I use this Dynaflex Ultra. This is a polyurethane, what is it? Polyethylene, I don't know, something. It's not silicone. It really works well on the outside, and it doesn't pop off like the silicone does. Trying to see what this stuff is. It's Dynaflex Ultra Advanced Exterior Sealant with Weather Max technology. There you go. That's all we need to know. So let me go up here and see what I got. I may have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to get up another ladder or get another way in. This ladder's not gonna be tall enough now to get where I've got to go. I may have to go for the top. Anyway, we'll work on that. If I don't fall off the ladder. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up to the top, crawl around, I think, or get up on the hood. Oh, anyway, it's getting too warm. It's getting too hot up on the roof to go stand around, so we're gonna work on that another day. I'm gonna have myself some iced tea. I do a sun tea or brew tea, whichever. And this takes forever. I found out a lot of times it's just faster to pour it out of the top. Let's get my dog hair out of there. I got dog hair on everything. Oh yeah, much quicker. All right, and put me some, I do like a little sugar in mine. So I do some sugar. And 2 scoops. And then I use, I know this is probably bad for me. What is this? Raspberry or peach tea enhancement. Drink enhancer. Gives me a little flavor. So we'll have raspberry tea. And then we got some ice in here. I have any ice? I have a cube. One cube. Just it. That's just the way it goes. Got my tea in my red cup. I did have more ice. I found another ice tray in there that has a couple more cubes in it. But it takes about 1 tray to make a good cup of iced tea. But right now, we're going to go sit outside. Zen's already out there under the bus, cooling off. We're going to go cool off and rest up. We've worked hard today already. And we're back from our sitting outside. Had some subscribers and some friends come by. Brian and his wife from Kingman. You may remember them from my visit going north last season. Brian brought me Zen some dog treats and dog food. And this time they brought me some fish, redfish from Baja, and some eggs from Mexico. I'm ready to try those. But right now I'm just making some spaghetti. Made some spaghetti last night, and of course made way more sauce and less noodles. So now I'm making more noodles so I can move it over. But you know, I was thinking about all this today, and I got a text or a phone call. What was it? Voicemail. There you go. I'm starting to get a little worried. Things are getting a little tough around everywhere. And you might ask, how are they getting tough? Well, you know, my voicemail said, "Hi, this is Sierra from the unknown, no-name credit company. We're pleased to announce that you have a $75,000 loan without applying for it. Just send us your information, call this number, give us your reference number." Now, that's the way it used to be. And now, I got one today that says, "Hi, this is John from the No Name Credit Company. You are now pre-approved for a loan of $63,000 that you didn't apply for. Just send your information to this phone number with your reference number." Yeah, you've seen those. And then I got another one after that. "Oh, we're going to issue a summons from this no-name credit company or no-name collector that is going to be filed against you in your place of employment or residence. Please call this number with your bank information and give us all your money." Those get deleted really quick. But yeah, we're just making some pasta. Like I said, leftovers. This I can make and it'll last for 2 or 3 days. So you get kind of tired of eating it a lot, but it's already made. It's hot. Just reheat and eat. So we're going to get ourselves over here and enjoy some dinner and iced tea. I made more. And I have more ice. And times are getting rough because my offer for free money that I did not apply for is getting less. So times are getting hard. We've got to get this guy away from the bus and out in the desert where it's a little bit cooler. It was kind of warm today. When I just left the bus after dinner, it said 105 on the thermometer inside. Once that sun goes down though, it's just like somebody turning off a switch. The temperature will just start automatically dropping quickly. It'd be a nice, comfortable 60 tonight, so which is good. So we're going to take Zen out here. Maybe we'll find a coyote out here this summer. What do you think this winter? See there, I messed up again because I think it's summertime. See if we can find a coyote somewhere out here in the desert. We did 2 years ago. Last year didn't see any, heard some. But we'll see if we can run across one. Yeah, we didn't get too far. Sun's about down. It won't be too much of a sunset tonight, not many clouds. But Zen's over here, he decided to already lay down in the shade, in the sand, take it easy. Why not? It's gonna be a nice cool night when the sun goes down. You know, also thinking too that there's been 2 RV fires already this season that I am aware of. 2 years ago, I know there were 4 out in this area. Last year, I'm sure there were a couple, maybe more. And this year, there's been 2. And the bad thing is when you're in a vehicle, that you live in a vehicle full time, if you have a vehicle fire, you pretty much lose everything. So that's kind of heartbreaking. I hope everybody was all right. I think they were in both of these last fires. But it crossed my mind several times, like, what would I do if I had a fire in the bus and lost everything? Yeah, I'd start over. I can get documents replaced. As long as we're out, we're good. We can replace things. There are a few mementos that you couldn't replace, but that's just part of it. And we're back from our short walk, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. And we are back. It's the next day. Today is Zen's nail grooming day, so we're going to go get his nails cut and trimmed up. But we're also going to make a couple stops along the way. That's going to be in the next video. But I want to show you what we're going to get rid of real quick. Let me just put my tee down and spin you guys around here. This is what we're going to get rid of. All that stuff there gets to go to Lori's free pile, except for the trash. This goes in the dumpster. And so I'm going to have a lot more space in the bus. Thank goodness. But let's grab the dog. Let's get him on here. And we'll get the bus ready to go. And get rid of some trash. Pick up get rid of some trash. Let me start over again. Get rid of some trash. Drop off a bunch of stuff. Go get water. Go with the dog's nails cut. Go to the grocery store. Go to Moon Mountain Mail. Got a whole day planned of stuff. So we need to get busy. Okay, we got Zen on board. Are you here ready? Let's get the bus started. See how it does. Had it started in 5 days. It should start right up. The shit's restarting I'm having trouble with. All right, here's a different view, but we might use this one for a while on the camera in front. But I do have to clean the windshield again. So with that, we'll say thanks for watching this one. We'll catch you guys up upon the next video.